Hi, I'm Arthur Jackson from 101 Basketball, and now we're going to talk about two of the biggest mistakes people make when shooting the basketball. Very important to know these mistakes and see them and correct them early, because if you don't, it develops bad habits that last a lifetime, and it makes it very difficult to be a good shooter. The first mistake is that too many people bring the ball to their opposite hand. You'll especially see this with young kids. They think that they need two hands to get power, but rather than bringing the opposite hand to the ball so that I can keep everything straight with my shooting form, they bring the ball to the opposite hand. And now as they come up, they rely too much on this opposite hand. You'll see kids that will shoot across their body with their follow-through. They also lose control of the ball as they come up. And we talked about shooter's touch. This is a lot of times where you'll see kids that don't have very good shooter's touch. So we want to make sure, very important, we want to make sure that we keep our shooting hand in a straight line. We talked about the right angles. If I bring the ball to my hand, I bring the opposite hand to the ball. I tuck my elbow in. I make sure my elbow is tucked in to my side so that I can drive it up and under. I release my opposite hand, and I go up and follow through into my shot. That's the number one biggest mistake, is bringing the ball to the other hand. You'll see a lot of kids, a lot of shooters that bring the ball here, and as they come up, okay, they're relying too much on the opposite hand. We want to make sure we have a one-handed release. The second biggest mistake is kids a lot of times pull the ball back, they break this angle, and then the shot becomes more of a push than an actual release. So we want to drive the ball under it. We want to lock this angle, this 90-degree angle, so that we're not throwing the ball. Okay? We want to make sure that our wrist doesn't bend, our elbow is at 90 degrees, so that it's not a forward motion. If we start to do that, the ball becomes very flat, and the flatter the shot, the more chance of it not going in. We want to drive the ball up and have it drop down through the net. So making sure to do that, we don't want to pull the ball back close to our body. Okay? We keep our angles locked, and we drive it again under, release the other hand, up and follow through into the basket. Making sure that we have our angles set, we keep our opposite hand just on the ball lightly without pulling the ball back. We drive it up, making sure we get our elbow under it, drive it up, release the other hand, and then follow through, putting our hand in the basket. Those are two of the biggest mistakes you make, and we want to make sure, parents, that you see your kids try to correct it early. And next, we're going to talk about free throw shooting.
To watch the other segments in this video series, or for how-to videos on almost any other topic, visit monkeyseed.com.